the original Season 3, Episode 20, Where Nothing Stays Buried. Now, in the last episode, I thought for sure there's no way that the ending death was going to be a permanent death. And I was definitely wrong. I've been wrong 2 times in a row, because I was like, they're not going to kill Cammy off. They're going to find some cure, and it'll save her, but it'll still be a huge issue because they're dealing with Lucien and stuff like that. And that was not the case at all. They officially killed off Davina. Technically, the same episode Cammy died, Davina died too, because this was like her spirit form in this episode. They were trying to resurrect her, so technically they both died in that last episode, but this was just like the official, this is like, no, there's no hope, because even in the promo, it's like, oh, she's in the ancestral realm and everything, so there's still that chance. And the way they played it, I actually loved. I was very surprised, because it's like the whole thing is like, alright, like Cammy is dead now, and Klaus has made the decision to kind of respect what he knew would be her wishes, and that would be to protect Davina and do what they could to save her. And then there's also the issue of still defeating Lucien, who has the powers of an original, who's even stronger than them, actually. And Freya finds out that they can use that link, and it's like, alright, we need the regent, we need our new regent to come in to do the spell to bring Davina back. And they just waited a little bit too long. And I guess at the same time they kind of had to, because if they didn't do it, then Klaus would have died, or well, at least Haley would have died. I don't know if Lucien would have really like let her go and then maybe have killed him instead or something. But the situation they were in was extremely dire. Like, that was very obvious. But just the way everything played out, it's like, alright, look, we're going to go with this plan. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to sacrifice her for this ultimate power, even though that's the only thing we really have right now to stop Lucien as an original. We don't need to do that. We're going to, we're going to find a way to bring Davina back, and we'll find a way to stop Lucien at the same time, but they'll be separated. And then it kind of came down to the wire, and everything played out, and that's, it's one of those things where it makes it even worse, because it played out for Marcel and Vincent, where they got the other guy, and they forced him to come back. And even Kol, like, the 3 of them, they worked together, they got him to come back, and it's like, we're going to do the spell, and unfortunately, it was too late, because Freya had already broken the line, and Davina was trapped. So it just really sucked. It was a sad way to do it, but it was just crazy. It was like, because they beat Lucien, so it was like, that was actually a pretty cool moment, because it's like, there's no way they're about to kill Davina, because I knew that it wasn't going to work. I'm like, she's dead. Like, she was dead for who knows how long before, the 3 of them got there with the new regent. I'm like, I know this isn't going to work. I knew it wasn't. As soon as they broke the line and, like, they were Marcel got knocked out and stuff, I'm like, that's it. Like, it's just been too long, and I knew it wasn't going to work. So it's like, they did that, and then Lucien has Haley's heart in his hand. I'm like, they're not about to do that with 3 people in a row and just, like, be killing off everybody right now. So at least Haley didn't die, but it was really crazy. I love the fact that they beat Lucien. I thought that was actually really cool. And they come in and they actually, knock him down, and it's like, we have, Lucien just screwed, because Freya does this spell, which I thought was really cool, because like his eyes turn like completely red and stuff, and I thought that was a really cool scene, and he was just a normal vampire again, and it's like, oh crap, I'm pretty screwed. I got Klaus in front of me, Elijah's behind me, Haley's right there, and Freya's still there if I happen to try to take off. So he was really screwed, and it's just like, Klaus torches him at the end, and he does the thing where he cuts his mouth. I was like, wow, I completely forgot about that, because that was at the beginning of the season, really. And so he cuts his throat, and he's like, or cuts, not his throat, but he cuts his mouth open, and he's like, you're nothing, like, that's what you've always been, nothing. And he just rips his heart out, and that's it. It's like, Lucien's gone. And I thought it was really crazy. I was like, holy crap, that's it, like, he's gone. And now they've kind of created their own enemy. The prophecy is still true, and I think they didn't really have it happen in this one, but it's like one by friend, one by family, one by foe. Even from the beginning, it was like, what is Marcel? They wanted to make him a friend, but even that was risky. So maybe he's the friend, and we still technically don't know, if the other 2 prophecies are gonna come true, because it was supposed to be like, 3 are gonna get killed off by 3 different people. So we don't know exactly how that's gonna play out, but It was pretty crazy. It was a crazy ending, and I mean, they could easily have made three people right there, because Vincent and Marcel are together. Marcel is going to be the new powerful original, because they got rid of both Lucien and Aurora. Even though I already forgot how they got rid of Aurora, because they mentioned that, because when they killed Lucien, I was like, alright, so they got him down, and they have to deal with Aurora. And then Vincent was like, oh, I took the blood from Aurora or whatever, and I was like, what did they do to defeat her? I already completely forgot how they beat her. I thought she was still alive. But I guess they beat her, and I seriously don't remember. Or she's trapped or something. I just can't remember whatsoever. But they have Marcel, who could count as the friend or foe. Vincent, kind of the same thing at this point. I think maybe still count as the foe. And then Kol, I think for sure would be family. And that's kind of the mystery thing right now, because we don't really know if he's going to side with Marcel and Vincent over losing Davina, or if he'll side, with his family. So we kind of have to wait and see how that's going to play out. I'm definitely excited to get to the next episode, because I believe the finale is this week, so I'm one episode behind, so I'm going to try to catch up before the finale. But I couldn't believe it, the way it ended. It's like, holy crap, Marcel's going to be the new, crazy power force going up against them. And we'll just see how the heck that plays out. I love this episode. It was really sad to lose Davina. I was, like I said, just like with Cammy, I was surprised it didn't work. And, with Cammy, it was kind of a slow burn. It was like, they were trying everything and stuff. But this was like really, it was a really fast-paced episode. It was like, we have this idea, we got to do this. We still have to deal with Lucien, because he's kind of in this episode a lot. So what are we going to do? They're doing all this different stuff. And ultimately, like, both plans just collided, because Freya was like, well, I gotta side with family. As much as I like Cammy and I like Davina as well, I'm gonna go with family over anything else. And Elijah did the same thing. It was like, it's too risky, and that's just the way it played out. So who knows? They had a great scene with Marcel at the end, though. I love that, when he was really mad at them. He's like, I've done everything you guys wanted. I joined the Strix. I did this. I did that. I did everything you guys wanted. And in the last minute, even though everything was fine, technically everything was working. I mean, I know they had the big issue, like the main reason was because they couldn't get in touch with them, and of course, Lucien, when he hit Haley and Klaus with the truck, that, cause for concern. It was definitely warranted concern, because that's, everything was kind of falling, in line for Lucien to succeed there, because he found out exactly where Rebekah was, so he knew where to go, knock them out. They couldn't get a hold of him. So I understand how everything kind of like amped up in a split second. Like, we can't reach them. We know because of Freya's spell that Lucien is heading to the bayou, so he knows what's going on. He must already be there because we can't get in touch with them. So I know the reasoning behind it was warranted for sure. But from Marcel's standpoint, it's like, yeah, but I still, I still did every single thing, and it just didn't matter. Like, in the end, you guys just kind of turned on me. So I can't wait to see these last couple episodes. I'm assuming he's going to stay as an original, maybe for the whole series, for the rest of the series, but I highly doubt they'll do it where, he becomes an original and then they get rid of that within the next 2 episodes. I hope not, because I want him to stay that powerful for a little bit, because that's always been the thing, is that, the actual, like, physically speaking, he couldn't go up against them, and that was always kind of the big thing. He's always had the power. He, drove them out of the city with Michael, and kind of how Vincent said, but now he can be that ultimate power. So I'm looking forward to how all that stuff plays out. But of course, I want to know what you guys thought about this episode, so please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts, your least favorite parts. And there are a ton of questions to ask, but I swear, it seems like a boatload of people are dying in shows right now. Like I think the past month, I've seen like 8 different characters get killed in in total, like all the shows I've watched, there's been like 8 different characters have been killed off. Some really crazy stuff, like a bunch of people have died. But I definitely want to know how you guys feel about losing Davina. Same thing as with Cammy. Did you guys expect that to happen? Did you think she would survive? I think even more so because Cammy died, I thought for sure they weren't going to kill Davina as well, because it's not like one of them, was less important than the other. They were both very important characters. They've both been in the series from the very beginning, and Cammy's always been the human element who kind of just gets wrapped up in everything. And Davina was like really like one of the main components when the series first started, because she was like this secret, like ultra powerful witch. So like neither of them were just support characters. They were both main characters that have gone through a lot in the series, and it was just like dead and dead. So it's just, you know, crazy couple episodes. But like I said, I definitely want to know what you guys thought about her death, and of course what you guys thought about this episode in general. So please comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.